Evening, y'all. Chief Pepper here again. Let's talk about a few things. I keep watching uh, season 2, excuse me, episode 2 uh, of The Last of Us. Keep thinking about stuff. So, I've told you need to shake your gear out. So, I do that. When I go hunting, I'm going to be outside. So, I test out different variations of my gear. I got a pistol belt. I got the old webbing. I don't know what the fuck it's called anymore. It's what I had when I first came in the Army. The new shit they had when I left the Army was Molly. So you're like, why are you talking about that all the time, Chief? You cannot be figuring that shit out. As in, when I say your gear, I'm talking about your holsters for your handguns, your slings for your rifles, your backpacks for your shit. I can't carry my fucking body armor in a backpack. I don't even know if I can carry my body armor, all right? So I know I have to have a garden cart. So guess what? I just bought a new 1,000-pound golf cart. As in, it can hold 1,000 pounds, and if it weighs 1,000 pounds, you ain't gonna be pulling it everywhere, all right? I actually have two carts. One of them is old and not in good shape, which is why we bought the one we bought. Realistically, if things keep getting worse, then I may ask my wife to buy another one. Now, the problem with that is garden carts are seasonal, all right? There were only 11 in the warehouse. So, we also bought an engine hoist. It's not an engine hoist, that's what I'm going to use it for, all right? Shake your gear out. Yeah. So, some things you need to understand. If you're outside in the weather, like right now in San Antonio, South Central Texas, it is fucking muggy and it is hot, all right? We've been getting rain. So what does that equate to? Mosquitoes. So that's a problem. Bugs are a problem. Or why am I talking to you about that? You need to figure out your holsters, your leg holsters, your hip holsters, your slings, your long guns, where you're going to carry your extra ammo. If you got binos, how you're going to carry those. Do you have a backpack, or do you have side saddles, like satchels? I don't know what the fuck they're called. Like hippie purses, what I fucking call them. Are you going to carry a fighting knife? Are you going to carry a war hatchet? Are you going to carry a war axe? Are you going to carry more than one sidearm? Are you going to carry a pocket pistol as your absolute last resort? All right. Are you going to wear body armor? Are you not? Going to wear some kind of ballistic helmet? All right. Do you have NVGs and thermal optics? Do you have war gloves to protect your hands? All right. You need to figure out all that shit. More so if you have it, but if you don't have it and you buy it, you need to figure out how to wear it. When I say wear it, I mean wear it for 24 fucking hours. Sleep in it. You can't sleep with your gun slung. Well, you can, but most people don't know how. But you have to imagine a world where it's so fucking dangerous that you have to have a gun on you 24 hours a day. All right. So let's talk about something else I've talked about before. The huge difference between FOBs and prisons in America is that guard towers on a FOB face out. The guards are looking out. They're not looking in. All right. And on a FOB, you can leave anytime you want, but it's dangerous outside the wire. All right. And just like season 2, episode 2 of Last of Us, where they had a plan when we were overseas, we knew what we were supposed to do in the event of indirect fire, mortars, rockets, or somebody inside the wire. All right. What else? Guard duty. Most people, unless they're prior service, have never pulled guard duty. They don't even know what the fuck it is. They wouldn't know what to fucking look for on guard duty if they were. They wouldn't know that they can't have a flashlight on guard duty. Or if they're under a light of some kind on guard duty, guess what that attracts? Bugs. especially where there's bugs like South Central Texas. All right. You can't smoke. Snipers in Vietnam could shoot you when you were smoking from a long ways away at night. All right. Guard duty is one of the most boring fucking things you would do, but it is one of the most important things you will ever do when it comes to force protection and security. You need to be able to stay awake. So guess what? During the summertime, when it's hot and it's muggy and it's nasty and the bugs are eating your ass up, you're not going to have a hard time staying awake. Well, when it cools off and you're cold, but you're not freezing, you will go to sleep very easily. All right. Normally, you want to have guards in groups of 2, so that one can stay very alert and the other one can still be there, but they take breaks, as in each one of them stands up for an hour and watches the fucking area they're supposed to watch. And you have to be taught what to look for. There's a reason there are clearings around most fobs and everything else. They want to be able to see something trying to come close to the secure area. So most secure areas have a double fence. They have a 12-foot fence and they have a 6-foot fence. Yeah. And the season 2 Last of Us, episode 2, and then I think it was 3 or 4 in season 1, where the old guy that wound up falling in love with one of the guys he let in, the 2 homosexuals. Well, before he let that guy in, he had a fence, he had booby traps, he had, I think it looked like a 12-foot fence, electrified with torches and shotguns that killed the crazy zombies. All right, he had a plan. All right. Communications are an issue, right? So if you don't have GMRS or FRS or CB or ham, all right, it's a problem. And if you got them, you have them programmed. I have ham radios. I have GMRS radios. They're not programmed. I got to work on that. So I got a long list of shit I'm trying to work on. Okay. Wound care. Good chance of what happened to my hand happened. Shit hits the fan without antibiotics. And I have a tetanus shot, so now through 2035, even if I get cut with something rusty, I should be okay. So I won't get the problem that comes with tetanus. All right. Rabies. I talked about that in the last video. All right. You get rabies post shit hits the fan, it's fatal. So if you let people in your fob or your group, you need to screen them for many things, but you also need to screen them for their skills. You're going to need people who can cook. You're going to need people who can do laundry. You're going to need people who can fucking build shit. You're going to need people who can fabricate shit. You're going to need people who know tools, who know hand tools, who know power tools, who know weapons, who know everything. And you're like, Chief Pepper, you're smoking crack. Nope. What happens after every natural disaster? What the fuck do people want? They want to get back to the life they had before the natural disaster. Just like in The Last of Us, where every single time they clumped up as humans, groups, and they tried to go back to lights, plumbing, running water, city life, basically inside walls. So far it has failed. And on The Walking Dead, guess what? Every time they had a fucking place, it failed. Most of the time because other fucking humans fucked them over. Occasionally, the dead, the zombies got them, alright? You're going to need to know your weapons. You're going to need to know how to use them. I told you in the last video, learn how to reload your shit with your eyes closed. A lot of bad shit in the news these days. So looks like the terror thing with China is going to get out of hand, and people don't know it, but shit's going to go, shelves are going to go empty. I tried to order something from Amazon. I didn't know it was coming from China, but it was a Chinese product, and the order was canceled because they said because of tariffs, they couldn't honor it. So, and there's apparently that's a common thing right now on Amazon. Stuff's becoming unavailable. I'm going to join the bandwagon, get rid of as much debt as you can. I'm considering letting go 2 vehicles. I don't know yet. I really don't want to let go of one of them, but I've been talking about this for the last fucking 3 or 4 months. So, get your rechargeable batteries. I gotta go buy a flashlight. Probably gonna go with the fucking REI because they had one in a case. If they still have one, I'll just go buy it. That, or I'll buy it online. Start really thinking about life, not like it is right now. Information is knowledge and power. Live a little, prep a lot, share love. G Prepper out.